It's been 2 years that I've been seeing content on semen retention, no fap, or not ejaculating during sex and stuff like that, and talks about energy and things like that. I've been diving deeper recently on what that actually means, if it's true, if it's not, because there's been kind of a battle because there's scientific evidence that I don't know what are these studies based, but some of them are not based on a long period of time. And then we have people that are saying that they are having like some hot results. And I have decided to try for myself and see some of these results. So, first of all, I'm gonna start with my addiction with women and sex, and I'm going to explain that, and I will use also an example of my friend and how has it been now that I've been out of this world and how it's going to be. So, first of all, I'm gonna start with my addiction with porn and sex. That it all started with porn and then it slowly started to evolve into sex. And the thing is, the more you do it, the more you were into this bubble of these addictions, the less you feel energizes, the less you feel good. I to be honest, the more I just did more sex, the more I just did more of, like, especially if it was meaningless sex, like if it's with somebody I truly didn't like, or if it's in a situation that I didn't enjoy, or if I'm not in a position where I want to be in life and I start to put all my expectation and energy into sex to feel good, it started to feel even worse. And I've realized that recently everything online it's biased into making you feel more horny. The movies you watch, the videos you watch, everything you watch, even the musics that you listen. It's like everything it's directing you to do more sex. And this is weird because it seems that there's a battle between your sexual energy and the world right now. And the more it just went into this rage of sex and porn and masturbation and stuff, I got to a point where I say like, yeah, it's enough and I want to try new stuff. But every time I used to try this new path, I used to relapse constantly. I've stayed 40 days clean. I've made an important study on staying 40 days clean and staying 15 days clean and you still feel the benefits of semen retention. I got to a conclusion that it is weird how you feel better where you're not ejaculating. And I'm talking about my personal experience that it feels so great when I'm not doing sex, when I'm not into this world of masturbation, of sex, of meaningless like kind of sex, because it got to a point where all of what I was doing was based on a shallow level, and this got me into study this more and more and to try this more and more. And now I'm trying to spread more of this message, of the message of semen retention, because it is something that God actually tells you to do sex after marriage, because there is a reason, and the reason is if you do play with your sexual energy or with your seed, you're gonna feel depleted. And I used to think that this was a kind of conspiracy talk, because like, all these guys online are talking like theories that don't even make sense. And the thing is that truly, it is truly weird how if you can stay more than 15, more than 30 days with a clear purpose in your head, with a clear direction, your vision starts to change, your perception of the world starts to change, everything you start to see start to change. It's starting to make me question, like, why is there a pressure today to constantly be under this addiction of constantly doing sex? And I do think that that is one of the biggest reasons that most of the people cannot quit porn. And I usually couldn't quit porn in the beginning, because when I tried to quit porn, I either started to like having sexual interaction with like tons of girls, and like it was weird. Therefore, I just used to sometimes go back to porn because I feel like, yo, this is a bit safe and stuff. But like, even though I could have access to more girls and stuff, it was weird. I didn't feel happy afterwards. I didn't feel good. I didn't feel like, yeah, I just felt kind of relief and stuff. Since I stopped like engaging the most into this world, I've been battling for myself for like, I don't know, I started to focus on this is February since March, and I had a lot of relapse. a lot of relapses and stuff. And right now I'm in a phase that I'm feeling the benefits much better. And I do want to say that if you somehow make progress, let's say 15 days and relapse, it somehow helps a lot into fixing your addiction right now. And like what I've been realizing for my life and for my business is that somehow I've gained more clarity in my life and business, and somehow I feel like even more confident. I feel like life is truly like feeling very different. It's truly feeling good to be alive. I look at outside, I look at life, I look at things, and everything is very good. Life is it's so much better. Everything is so much alive. And this is something that I would truly recommend to most men that are under like 20s or that are in their 20s to experiment, because it's such a great feeling to not be addicted or to not be constantly tied into this world that wants you to constantly have sex and stuff. And the crazy stuff is that I had a friend of mine who somehow, I won't explain this because this is very a complex matter because it involves African stuff, and yeah, most of you that might watch this video are not African and stuff, but he told me that something weird happened because he was involving with a girl. And although this guy was very skeptical about sexual energy, he came to me and told me like, bro, something weird is happening. This girl, sexual energy and stuff, blah blah blah. He didn't believe it in this stuff, but he had a talk with some people and then he started to analyze the situation and then he realized it makes sense or not. So I don't think that sex or like sexual energy is something that we should be more concerned of. We should be more aware of. We shouldn't spend it constantly or just wasting it constantly for pleasure, because it is something like truly impactful, and that has the power to determine whether you will move forward in your life or whether you will move backwards. But I'm not saying that semen retention is the key to accomplish everything. Eventually you will have to do sex, eventually you have to find a girl you love and marry and stuff, but it is such a great feeling that you feel you start to feel unstoppable. I'm starting to feel more and more unstoppable. And I would recommend this to anyone who is struggling with their life right now, don't know what to do, like, or are trying to build their business and they're not in the best situation to date. I would recommend you just to sit down, don't have sex for a couple of months, have fun with your friends, have fun with the world, and jerk a little bit, like, and just live, man. And I would just recommend you. It's such a thing that everybody should experiment right now.